Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. I am so excited today because we have all of the new Flaming Candle summer scents. I believe this is called the Coastal Cabana Collection, and I am really excited to smell them all. They were nice enough to send me these scents, and so I'm really excited to kind of give you guys my first out of the bottle impression and everything of these scents. I was looking online at some of them, just like the names and stuff, and I was like, ooh, I can't wait to smell like almost all of them. But with that, let's get started today. Also, if you're new here, my name is Nick with the 1994 Candle Co, and I'm so excited that you're here. So the very first one is Lush Palm and Coconut. I don't know if that's kind of hard to see with the shadow, but hopefully you can see it. I honestly always love a good coconut scent. I just love the smell of coconut. I do not love the taste of it. I don't like the taste of coconut like at all. But I do love the smell of it. So I'm kind of excited to see what this one smells like. Yep, it's a nice, very nice coconut scent. It does smell like a very, just like, it doesn't give you that suntan lotion like some coconut scents do. This smells very much just like a, well, just like a coconut. I do feel like I'm getting some kind of like floral notes or something in it. I'll look at the fragrance notes here in just a minute, but yeah, I do definitely smell like a light kind of floral note in the background, but it like really mixes well with the coconut. You could definitely use this almost as like a nice summery perfume. I wouldn't say that it necessarily smells perfumey, but you definitely could use it as a perfume if that makes any sense. Yeah, it's just a very nice summer scent. I feel like I'm maybe getting a little bit of sea salt in there as well. I could be wrong, but yeah, I feel like I'm getting a little bit of sea salt in there as well. But let's look at the fragrance notes and find out. So it looks like it has top notes of jungle mist, lemon flower, green coconut, middle of tiger orchid, which I was gonna say it kind of smells a little bit like sea salt and orchid, but with like a lot of like more coconut than that. But like I'm just getting like kind of whatever kind of scent they put in the back end of sea salt and orchid. I'm just kind of getting that a little bit. I don't know if it's the tiger orchid or not, but yeah. And then there's Tahitian gardenia, rainforest lily, and then the bottom notes are palm fronds, exotic sandalwood, and white musk. So yeah, I definitely smell like the middle notes that are all kind of florally notes. I do feel like now that I like have said it, I do smell a bit of the musk, but the coconut is definitely the most prominent scent that I'm getting from it. I feel like this takes me to like a nice tropical beach that has lots of coconuts and just beautiful flowers and stuff all around, and the breeze is blowing on a nice warm summer day, and it's just like the perfect, yeah, just feels like the perfect day. So, Lush Palm and Coconut. I am definitely excited to try this one in wax. It is a little bit more of a lighter scent. I think it would definitely still fill a room well. I just don't think it's gonna be like a super crazy strong scent. It just smells a little bit more subtle. But I wouldn't say that it like wouldn't fill a room. Like I think it'll still be a fairly decently strong scent. It just like it'll have a good throw. It just is much more of a subtle scent, so it's not gonna like punch you in the face necessarily. A new weird trick that I learned recently from Candle Science is actually not smelling coffee beans, because then all you can smell is coffee, but actually smelling like the whatever this is, the pit of your arm, your elbow, or whatever. Not like your actual armpit, but like, yeah, just smelling that, because it's like a neutral scent that you actually smell all the time or whatever, and so it kind of helps reset those olfactory senses and you can smell scents better. That's what I heard from Candle Science. Don't know if it's 100% true or not. Haven't tried it until just now, so I guess we'll find out. Right, next up we have Mandarin Grove. I am expecting a very like orangey scent, which I'm kind of excited about because I have been wanting kind of a more orange type scent. And so I don't know, we'll see. It does definitely have like an orangey scent to it. I do feel like there's definitely other scents in there as well. I'm not sure. I don't know if I would say floral, but like I feel like I'm smelling like maybe a hint of like vanilla or something sweet in there as well. It's definitely not an earthy scent. It's definitely more fruity, little more fruity, a little like clean, fresh, as well. Like this would be a really good, like if you make like cleaning products or anything like that, this would be perfect for that. It's like a very nice clean scent. It obviously works as a really nice clean candle as well. But you know, just giving you other ideas. But yeah, it's definitely like a really nice, like just like a, smells like a freshly cleaned kitchen if you were to like clean it with some kind of orangey type scent, if that makes sense at all. Yeah, it's definitely very fresh, very clean. It's not quite as heavy on the orange as I thought it was gonna be. It's a little more like, you definitely kind of smell like almost like orange peel instead of like an actual orange, if that makes sense. But it is like a very nice, like it almost smells like a really upscale, like I don't know, like a almost like a summer, like if you were staying at like a really fancy like summer hotel, and they had this as like their scent or whatever. It just smells like really fresh, really clean. But yeah, just like nice, clean, fancy hotel, if that makes any sense at all. Okay, so the fragrance notes, it says it has top notes of juicy yuzu, I hope I'm saying that right, pink salt, mandarin pulp, which makes sense, and then the middle notes are ginger blossom, saffron, and green mango. I do feel like now that they say that, I'm like, I do smell a bit of the mango in it or whatever. I was trying to figure out exactly what it was, but yeah, I could smell something fruity that was like a little bit different than the orange. And then the bottom notes are papyrus, I hope again I'm saying that right, mango wood, and violet musk, which yeah, I definitely can smell some of the mango in there as well. And then the floral notes, maybe like I do smell a bit of that. I think it's like just a hint of floral, but you definitely get a lot of the mandarin coming through, which obviously makes sense because that's, you know, what it's called. Like I said, a very nice, clean, orangey scent. I really enjoy this one. This is different than like most orange scents that I've smelled. I honestly feel like I haven't smelled that many orange scents though, and so, but yeah, this one's definitely a different than what I usually smell, but it definitely smells very, very clean, very fresh, like I said. It's really good for spring and summer. Next up, we have Blueberry Cake Pop, which, if you guys know me at all, I have a feeling I am going to love this scent. I love pretty much any kind of sweet bakery type scent, so I am definitely excited to smell this one. Yep. Definitely smells just like a blueberry cake or some kind of blueberry, yeah, some kind of blueberry, just wonderful, yummy summer goodness. I feel like a lot of blueberry scents that I have ever smelled all smell like almost exactly the same. Like there are several that like most suppliers have, like blueberry pancakes and blueberry muffin and blueberry whatever, and I feel like they almost all kind of smell exactly the same. This smells like very different than those. It's like more like a warm like blueberry, if that makes any sense. It definitely does smell kind of like a cake pop. Like I definitely smell some of the like cake notes in this as well. Um, like definitely some vanilla, some like frosting going on. Yeah, just things like that. Oh my gosh. It smells so good. So this one doesn't have very many scent notes, but I think it just describes the scent perfectly. The top notes are ripe blueberry, middle notes of candied lemon, and the bottom is just baked dough, which, yeah, like I said, it kind of smells, I would almost say it smells more like a blueberry donut to me than a blueberry like cake or whatever. But honestly, it kind of just depends on, you know, your sense of smell and everything. This one really, I mean, yes, it absolutely could be used in spring and summer, but you could really have it year round. It smells just so good. You could really have this like year round, and I don't think anyone would complain. Yeah, it just smells just so sweet and so yummy, and this is definitely a scent that my customers I feel like would love, so I definitely might be adding this one to my collection. We'll see. All right, next up is Tropical Dream. I feel like this one is probably going to smell very fruity, but I definitely could be wrong. There's so many different ways that you could go with tropical. So let's find out. Oh, actually, not what I expected. I'm definitely getting some coconut in there. Definitely something that kind of smells like tanning, like suntan lotion. Not in a bad way. I mean that in like a really fancy suntan lotion that smells good. Um, yeah, I'm trying to figure out what else I'm smelling. I feel like I'm smelling some kind of like sea salty, like breeze, something like that. I know that's like not super descriptive, but just, yeah, something kind of sea salty, salty air. Yeah, I feel like this is taking me to a nice, warm, sandy beach with perfectly clear blue water. There's some, you know, coconut, palm trees or whatever with coconuts hanging around you. Yeah, there's a little bit of suntan lotion going on. Yeah, it smells amazing. I really love this one. It's like the perfect like vacation type candle. Okay, the fragrance notes are definitely different than I expected. I mean, one of them, sure, but the other ones I like, oh. But the top note is pitaya nectar. I don't even know what that is or if I'm saying that right, so I'm sorry. I apologize. Pitaya or pitaya nectar. No idea if I'm saying that right. And then the middle note is coconut husk, and the bottom note is sugar cane. Definitely gives a little bit of like suntan lotion and things like that, but it's not like it's more like a fancy suntan lotion, if that makes sense. I have no idea what pitaya or whatever is, and so I don't know if that's what I'm smelling. Maybe because there are some things in here that I'm smelling that I'm like, no idea what that is, but yeah, so I don't know if maybe that's what that is, but either way, like I said, it smells absolutely amazing. Okay, so I just looked it up. Apparently it's dragon fruit. Okay, so good to know. Didn't know that they were the same thing or whatever. I've definitely heard of dragon fruit, seen dragon fruit, and all that. I don't know that I've ever smelled it in like a fragrance before. I've definitely smelled, like I've definitely had dragon fruit before, but yeah, I've never smelled it like on its own, I don't think. And so I just, yeah, didn't really pick up on the notes and stuff like that. But just for those wondering, it is dragon fruit. Real fast, before we get to this next scent, it would mean so much to me if you'd give this video a thumbs up if you are finding some value in it, as well as subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and be sure to hit that little bell notification so you get notified when I post new videos. Next up is Pink Pineapple Paradise, which I imagine will smell very pineapple-y. With maybe like pink sugar or something. Maybe that's where they're getting the pink from. I don't know. Oh, wow. I've smelled this or something similar to this before. I think now that I think about it, is this a type or a dupe? It doesn't say it is. I think that there's a Bath & Body Works scent that is called like Pink Pineapple Paradise or something along those lines. I don't know if it's the same exact scent, but it was something like that. And it does smell very similar to this. I don't know if it's an exact dupe, because it's been a while since I've smelled it, but it does smell like, it definitely smells like something I've smelled before, and I'm imagining it's probably that. It does smell very good. It kind of smells definitely fruity. I definitely smell the pineapple. Maybe like a little like hint of like fruit, some kind of fruit punch or something. Like definitely fruity, but it's not as fruity as I expected. There's definitely some kind of like earthy notes in there that are kind of like grounding it out a bit. Which is a good thing, like, you know, just so it's not, you know, not every fragrance needs to be super fruity or anything like, or not every, you know, fruity type fragrance needs to be like super in your face fruit. And this one definitely has some kind of like beachy, earthy notes to kind of help ground it a little bit. So it says the notes are pink pineapple, tropical citrus, and strawberry guava, which isn't super, like the tropical citrus, that could be a few different things. So strawberry guava, I definitely like, now that they say that, I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm definitely smelling a bit of that. Yeah, it just smells like a nice, you know, morning drink that you drink like on the beach or something like that. I do kind of, yeah, now that I like looked at the notes, I definitely do get a little bit of the strawberry guava coming through, and just some other kind of, just kind of a mixture of fruit and stuff like that. But it smells really good. It definitely, yeah, is a nice summer scent for sure. All of these are really great, like beachy, like if you have like a, or like even if you did like what they call it, a Coastal Cabana type collection or whatever, these would be perfect scents for that. Like it is the perfect summer beach day. Pretty much all of these are just really good summer scents that I feel like are just, yeah, super well rounded. All right, next up is Citron Sunset. They really are killing it with these scents, honestly. Like this, definitely another nice tropical fruity scent. This one, I'm definitely smelling, I feel like I'm smelling definitely some citrus, but then I'm also smelling, I think I'm smelling a hint of grapefruit. There's a grapefruit scent that I had for a while from Candle Science, grapefruit and mangosteen, that like just always kind of like tickled my nose a little bit. And so now I can always pick up that scent like really, really well, just because, I don't know, for whatever reason, that scent always kind of like, I don't know, it wasn't, not that it was a bad scent, it just always kind of tickled my nose a little bit. And so, I don't know, I feel like I can smell grapefruit all the time now, like if there's even like a hint of it. We'll see if I'm right here in a minute when I look at the fragrance notes. I definitely feel like I'm smelling a bit of like mandarin again, like mandarin oranges again, like I was from the other scent. I feel like I'm smelling pineapple. I don't know if that's right, but I do feel like I'm smelling some kind of pineapple in there as well. So it has top notes of mandarin, which I was right, desert, citron, prickly pear. And then the middle notes are moon cactus, nectarine, and pomegranate. And then bottom notes of golden amber, pinon wood. Don't know if I'm saying that right at all. And solar musk. So I guess maybe I was wrong. Maybe I wasn't smelling grapefruit. Definitely thought that I was. Maybe it was the pomegranate or something like that. I don't know. Yeah, I would say pomegranate would maybe be the closest, but that's still definitely not the same scent. But definitely thought I was smelling grapefruit, but I could be wrong. This one is definitely another one that would be like a really good like summer perfume or body spray or something like that. So if you do happen to make body sprays or things like that, it definitely would be good for that. It almost smells like a really nice like either a lotion or body spray or like some kind of hairspray or something like that, like a really nice body product, if that makes any sense at all. But yeah, it just smells very clean, very beachy, very tropical. Next up is Boardwalk Funnel Cake, which again, feeling like I'm going to love this scent. I love during the summer, we always had like a small county fair in our town or whatever, and like I feel like you could smell the funnel cakes just all over our town during the week that we had it, and it was just great. Yep, definitely smells like a funnel cake. Wow, they did really good with this one. This one almost smells like definitely similar to the blueberry cake pop, because I feel like I smell definitely a little bit of blueberry in there, like a blueberry funnel cake, if that makes sense. And maybe some other kind of mixed berries in there as well. I definitely smell like the powdered sugar, the like the whipped cream, like basically all of the stuff that goes on a funnel cake or whatever. And then yeah, I definitely smell like the dough of the funnel cake and stuff. And it smells so good. Yeah, this literally takes me back to like our county fair, our little small town county fair that we had growing up and everything. Yeah, it smells just like it. And I'm just like, ugh, it smells so good. If you've ever been to like a carnival or any kind of fair or basically anything that has funnel cakes, you're gonna know this scent pretty immediately because yeah, it smells so good. It says the notes are powdered sugar, cinnamon, and orange zest, which makes sense. I definitely smell the powdered sugar, like I said. Middle notes of mixed berries, coconut flakes, and blueberry jam. So I was right. And then the bottom notes are vanilla glaze, funnel cake, and whipped cream, which makes total sense. I definitely smell the vanilla as well. I forgot to say that, I think. But yeah, I definitely smell a little like bit of vanilla in there as well. And it all just goes really well together, and it's making me hungry. Definitely can't wait to put this one in a wax and see how it does because, oh my gosh, it smells, like I said, just amazing. I think this might be my favorite one so far. This one and the blueberry cake pop are definitely tied for top favorite so far. Next up is banana brulee, which I'm kind of interested in this one. I don't know. I'm not sure how I'm going to feel about it. Banana, I'm kind of like iffy about the scent. Sometimes it smells good and sometimes it smells like that nasty banana Laffy Taffy or whatever that, you know, it's just not very good. So we'll see. I'm trying to figure out what I'm smelling. It's not bad. It's not my favorite, but it's not bad. I know my face probably says other things than what I'm saying, but I'm really not like lying to you. When I'm trying to think of what I'm smelling or when I'm just trying to think in general, I look like I don't like things or that I don't, like yeah, I kind of have that weird thinking face of just like I look like I'm mad or something. I definitely smell banana. I wouldn't say it smells Laffy Taffy-ish, but it doesn't, I don't know if it smells like real banana at the same time either, if that makes any sense. Yeah, I'm gonna have to look at the notes on this one. It kind of smells like a banana, like almost like a banana milkshake or something like that, if you've ever had that. The more I smell it, the more I'm like, okay, this does smell a little bit more like real banana, but at first glance or first sniff, whatever, yeah, it definitely gives off, I don't know, just something about it smells a little off, and I just can't pinpoint what it is. I definitely smell the banana, but yeah. So roasted plantains, all right, first one, yeah. And then cardamom pods and turbinado sugar. No idea what that is. The middle notes are black sesame, Ceylon cinnamon, and toasted almonds. I do kind of smell, I think I smell the toasted almonds a little bit. And then rice milk, Tahitian vanilla, and whipped musk. So definitely different than I expected for sure. I think the rice milk is kind of what smelled like what's giving it the brulee part, like the sweeter bakery type part, and the cinnamon as well, the Ceylon cinnamon. I have no idea if I'm saying that right. I've never heard of that kind of cinnamon. These videos just really teach me a lot about, different ingredients and things that I've never heard of. But yeah, this is definitely like a baked kind of banana. I wouldn't say it smells like banana bread, but you could almost maybe like call it that. But it's definitely more of like just like a bakery banana, if that makes any sense whatsoever. It doesn't smell bad. The more I'm smelling it, the more I'm liking it. At first I was a little like, don't know if this is gonna be for me, but yeah, it's definitely like the more I smell it, the more I'm like, okay, I can kind of see that. Next up is Sea Salt Oasis. This one, I'm definitely getting some kind of floral, like either some orchid or I don't know, definitely some kind of floral in there. Almost like a velvety floral, if that makes any sense. Definitely do get some sea salt in there. It's not super heavy sea salty, because I wouldn't say it's like super earthy. It's definitely a little bit more of a floral vanilla type scent, but definitely not like a sweet vanilla. I actually got a candle that smells like this several months ago before this collection came out from a friend. It was from the Mary Wick, if you've ever heard of her. She does lots of Taylor Swift inspired candles, but also lots of other ones. But she has one called Sweet Nothing, and that is what this smells like, or like what it's reminding me of. It smells really good. I'm definitely getting some kind of like vanilla, velvety, florally notes. You know how lilac almost has kind of like that velvety kind of floral note or whatever? Like, I wouldn't say that I'm smelling lilac, but that is kind of the scent that I'm getting, if that makes any sense whatsoever. This could be a nice cousin to Sea Salt and Orchid, if you've ever like smelled that scent. I wouldn't say it's definitely different enough that you could have both, but it definitely would pair well with that one. If that's like your type of vibe for scent, you would probably really like this one. Which I really will say I love Sea Salt and Orchid. However, my customers did not really love it. It just didn't sell well for me, unfortunately. Again, I'm selling online though, so like not a lot of people smelled it in person. So I don't know, maybe it would do better at a market or something like that. But Online, at least, it just did not sell well for me. All right, so the fragrance note for Sea Salt Oasis are, the top notes are sea foam, green melon, and aloe water. The middle notes are lotus flower, lily pads, and water iris. And then the bottom notes are blue kelp, crushed seashells, and driftwood. I gotta say, I definitely get the lotus flower a lot. I would say it's pretty heavy to me on the lotus flower. And I definitely could maybe see some of the like sea salt, sea foam type, scents or whatever that are a little more floral beachy, if that makes sense. But yeah, I definitely don't get like really driftwood or seashell type scent or blue kelp. I mean, I've never smelled blue kelp, but I just imagine it smells a little bit more sea salt earthy type scent, but again, I could be wrong, but that's just what I imagine. The water iris and the lotus flower, I could say it's probably the floral notes that I'm picking up on. Okay, now that I gave my nose a little bit of a break from it for a second, while reading the notes and stuff, I do kind of get like that kind of sea air, like sea foam is probably what I'm smelling, or at least that's what, the top note says. That's probably like what they're going for there. But yeah, it's definitely heavy on the floral notes, I would say. But it does smell really nice, very refreshing. It's like definitely a more subtle scent again. This would be a really good like spa type scent, like just a really nice, just very peaceful, very relaxing, like spa type scent or whatever. So if you're doing fragrances for spas or you want a collection of like spa type scents, this one definitely would be a really good one to add to that collection. Next up is Rain Kissed Honeysuckle. I'm kind of wondering how this will compare to Honeysuckle Jasmine because I really love that fragrance. Oh, this is like completely different. I almost like, the honeysuckle definitely smells very different than what I was imagining it to smell like. This smells very lemony. I feel like I'm getting a lot of lemon. Not sure why. Yeah, I'm not getting a lot of honeysuckle from this, to be completely real. Maybe it's different once it's actually in a candle and everything. I know a lot of scents are. It definitely kind of does give, I wouldn't say it's like a petrichor type scent, but it does kind of give that like, almost like, how like when the wind blows after it's rained and like you can kind of smell if there's flowers nearby or whatever, it kind of gives that type of scent, but I'm really having a hard time smelling any honeysuckle in this. We grew up, our neighbors had honeysuckle growing in their, in their yard and stuff like that, in their garden, I think, and so like we could smell it, almost every summer, and so I do kind of know what it smells like, and I'm just having a hard time pulling it out of this fragrance. Like I said, I'm smelling a lot of lemon. Not sure why. Don't know if there's lemon in this whatsoever, but that is what I'm smelling. And then I am smelling some kind of like ozone, fresh air type scent, like those type of scents. Like they all have like a specific note in them. I'm not exactly sure what it actually is, but like that's kind of what I'm smelling. Like, fresh, open air, ozone, like those type of scents. But yeah, I'm really struggling to get any honeysuckle from this. I do get other floral notes, like other types of flowers, but honeysuckle, I'm not really smelling from this. Let's look at the fragrance notes. Okay, so the top notes are clementine, summer rain, and jasmine water, which, yeah, summer rain, I could maybe see that. Middle, wild freesia gardenia, which, yeah, I feel like I'm definitely smelling a little bit of gardenia and lily of the valley, which is the next note. And then the bottom notes are honeysuckle nectar, violet leaf, and amber mist. And so I know a lot of the times the bottom notes do kind of come out better, usually in the candle sometimes. So it might just be that this one needs to be put into wax really to get that honeysuckle scent. Because yeah, I'm just really not smelling a lot of that. And it does say honeysuckle nectar, so maybe the nectar smells different than the actual flower. I don't know, guys. I'm just making stuff up here. I don't know that much about plants and flowers and stuff. I just know they smell nice. But yeah, like I said, I'm not getting a lot of honeysuckle from it. It does smell very nice. It's a very nice, if you're a fan of floral scents, you'll like this one. It's a very nice, clean, very kind of peaceful, refreshing floral scent. It's not like super overpowering like honeysuckle jasmine can be a bit. I will say I'll give them that. Honeysuckle jasmine can definitely be a little bit overpowering. This one is definitely much lighter, much more subtle. I feel like it would still have a decent throw and everything, but it just is a little bit more like it's not going to punch you right in the face type of scent. But it is nice. It's very like a very peaceful type scent. This one for sure is a nice, would be good for spring or summer, but especially springtime. I feel like this one would do really well. All right, next up is Watermelon Fresca, which I am excited about this one. I feel like it's going to be a nice like fizzy watermelon type scent maybe? I don't know. This smells like, I think this is the most realistic watermelon scent I've maybe ever smelled from like fragrance oils. Because yeah, you get like, I do definitely get like, I feel like most of them are just very sickly sweet. And I do definitely get like a little bit of sweetness from it. But I can almost smell like even like the watermelon seeds and stuff like that. Like it literally feels like I'm like taking a bite into watermelon, which I honestly don't like the taste of watermelon. I do love the smell of it. I don't like the taste of it. But yeah, this one, it smells like just like a really, really nice ripe watermelon. It doesn't smell like a quite like a watermelon Jolly Rancher if you've ever smelled those. But I would say it's like right on the edge of almost being like candy-like. It's like very sweet, but it's not like so sweet that it's like candy. If that, it's a nice balance to it. It's just sweet enough where you can definitely smell the notes, but it's not like so sweet where it's like obviously fake watermelon. It's definitely like the most realistic watermelon I think I've gotten before, but that's just me personally. I don't get a lot of like fizzy notes like I was kind of expecting, if that makes any sense. I know like you can smell fizziness kind of from some certain scents, like Prosecco type scents and stuff like that. I don't get a lot of that in this, but it definitely does smell kind of like a nice watermelon like juice or drink. I'm picking up some other like green leaves or some other kind of like almost like leafy type scent. Just like very, very, very light on the back end of it. It might even be like mint, like the actual mint plant, not like a candy cane type mint, but like actual mint, if that makes sense. I'm not 100% sure though, like a mint leaf. I'm not 100% sure though, so let's look at the fragrance notes. So the top notes are sea salt, fresh watermelon, which makes sense, key lime, and then the middle notes, mint sprigs, which, yep, I think that's what I was maybe smelling, beach lily and blue basil, and then bottom notes of ocean mist, sugar cane, and sparkling musk. But yeah, it's definitely heavy on the watermelon, which obviously with the name makes sense. And then yeah, I'm definitely smelling like those mint sprigs, I think, or whatever. Just something a little like, just like teen. You don't really smell the mint, but like you smell like that crisp like leaf smell a bit. But I think it just kind of rounds out the watermelon a little bit more to make it smell like more like a real watermelon, if that makes sense. So I think they did a really nice job, honestly, with that combination, because I feel like that is what makes it smell, like I said, more like real watermelon rather than like a candy watermelon. And then last but hopefully not least, we have Jasmine Santal. I have been really liking Santal type scents lately, and so I'm kind of excited to smell this one just to see if I like it or not. This is a really nice scent. It definitely smells different than the other Santal scents I've been smelling though. I've been smelling like a lot more earthy, like woody ones. This one's definitely more florally, which makes sense because of, you know, the jasmine. I think that it kind of just rounds it out a little bit more, and definitely smells more of like a floral, like almost, I don't know if I would say perfume. You definitely could use it as a perfume, but I wouldn't say that it's super perfumey. The jasmine and the santal definitely blend together a little differently than I expected, but it smells really nice. I was expecting a little bit more like woodiness, I guess, from the santal, but it's definitely more on the floral side of things. But it smells really nice. So the fragrance notes on this one are mate leaf, which I've never heard of, bergamot, which I definitely do pick up on some of the bergamot type scents and everything, orange zest, star jasmine, which makes sense, neroli flower, geranium flower, all make sense, oak moss, palo santo, and Baltic amber. I definitely am not picking up on the like Palo Santo notes, but I definitely pick up on the jasmine and the neroli, especially like those two flowers. I'm definitely smelling for sure. I can definitely see where they got the bergamot and orange zest or whatever. I'm smelling that for sure. Now that I like have read it and everything, I'm like, oh yeah, that's what that is. Sometimes it's kind of hard to tell when they're blended with other things or whatever, what exactly you're smelling. But then when you like look at it, you're like, oh, okay, yeah, I can, you know, pull that out now. Yeah, this is definitely a really nice, this could be spring or summer for sure. You could really have this year round. It just feels like a very luxury type fragrance. It doesn't smell like a cheap perfume or anything like that. It smells very fancy, very like just all around really kind of a luxury type scent. Well, that concludes our smelling extravaganza or whatever you want to call it. But if there are any questions that you guys have about these scents specifically, let me know down in the comments below and I will be glad to answer those for you if I can. And if there are any of these scents that you guys have been wanting to try, let me know that as well. I hope that these videos kind of help you decide on new scents for your collection and everything like that. All of these, honestly, there was not a single one of these that I didn't really love. I would say the banana brulee is probably at the bottom of my list, but even that one was still pretty decent and everything. It was just a little different than I was expecting. But as always, these are some really amazing scents from the Flaming Candle. I honestly don't think I've ever really been let down by them. They have some really great candle scents and everything, and I love using them for my candle collection and stuff just throughout the year and everything. But with that, that is going to be it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me, and if you'd like to continue hanging out, there's going to be some other videos that pop up on the screen, and I will see you there.